I'm Dr. Jennifer Bird. I'm a biblical scholar, and I care very much about what people do with what they find in the Bible. I happen to be on vacation this week, so this is a quick video to let you know about something different I'm going to be doing in addition to these weekly videos. So during the month of June, every day around 3 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to get on YouTube Live and I'm going to read a story and talk about it. And the stories that I will be reading, focusing on, are stories in the Bible that have to do with some form of sex, what we refer to as marriage, or what is called sexual assault. But I don't like putting the words sexual and assault next to each other because I think that leads to some sort of misunderstandings about the differences between rape and sex. So I might refer to it more like physical abuse that involves genitalia or something. I'm not sure what to call it, but I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with the label sexual assault. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to be looking at stories in the Bible. I'm going to start at the beginning of Genesis and work through. I have no idea where I'm going to end up because I haven't looked ahead to see how many of the stories there are in Genesis, so we'll just keep moving through. Or maybe I'll jump to a book in the Newer Testament. I'm not quite sure, but Genesis for sure. One story. It'll probably be brief. Some will be longer than others. And I want to talk about the story itself and some of the ways people tend to engage it, some of the ways I think people misunderstand it, and some of the ways that people try to brush things under the carpet instead of being honest about what's going on in there. I happen to think, and I am not the only one, that a lot of Christians and maybe even Jews really underestimate how much content there is in the Bible on these topics and how often what's being depicted is actually unhealthy or is some form of taking advantage. It's some form of power dynamic, one person over another. There's some form of oppression or suffering, abuse, manipulation, something, and or just really unhealthy relational dynamics and not good communication skills. So I'm most interested in what the Bible says about marriage right now, but if you start reading the Bible at all, either of the Christian Testaments, you realize that you really actually have to talk about sex when you're talking about marriage in the Bible. And that's another piece of the conversation. I think it's a piece of the conversation that I've talked about in other videos, that I talk about in my book that's coming out this year, Marriage in the Bible, What Do the Texts Say? So the month of June will be kind of a fun little experiment, and I hope that you'll join me for some of it or watch it in the replay. So I'll see you soon.